Hello, my name is George Kyriakarakos, coming from the team of the Center of Research and Technology Hellas. Today, I am going to present you how you can upload a financing mechanism on the online platform of the Agrofossil Free project. When you first log on to the platform, you get to this page here. You're first informed about the existence of guidelines, and it is my strong recommendation to go over them before making your first submission. The first field we have to fill out is the FEFT's name. For this example, we're going to use the Rural Development Guarantee Fund. Then we are asked about the organization of the user who registered these FEFTs. I work for CERT, so I have written CERT here. This is my email. And of course, I have chosen financing mechanism in this menu and press next. What is the English title of the financing mechanism? It's Rural Development Guarantee Fund. What is the native language of the mechanism? It is Greek, and the Greek name is Ταμείο Εγγυήσεων Αγροτικής Ανάπτυξης. What are the applicable countries? It's a country-level mechanism, it's just for Greece. And a brief description of the mechanism. Essentially, it's long-term, low interest, and decreased collateral loans. What is the type of investment of this mechanism? Essentially, it's co-financed by the EU and national funds. We could either use this as other, or we could press national, European, and private funding, because most probably there is going to be a part of private financing as well. But it's up to you to choose based on its mechanism which choice is the best. What is the financial budget of the mechanism? Essentially, it's 80 million euros for the first phase, which is expected to lead to a portfolio of loans of around 400 million euros. What is the level of the subsidy? Since it's not direct subsidy, I have chosen not to input anything here. And what are the offerings of the mechanism? Most probably, the beneficiaries are going to make procurements related to facilities and equipment. Pressing next, we go to the next page. Who is going to use these FEFTs? Essentially, it's farmers and producer associations. What is the type of FEFTs technology? It's a multi-technology, so we cannot actually choose anything. So I opted to leave this free because each final beneficiary can choose different types of technologies. But this mechanism can be used for any type of application: open field agriculture, livestock, and greenhouses. A list of keywords: loan, loan interest, long payback period, and decreased collaterals. And this is the translation in Greek. We have to provide the relevant image. Since the Greek ministry hasn't developed such an image, I opted to upload the logo of the European Investment Fund, which is co-financing this. Due to the lack of other communication material, these fields are all left empty, but for other mechanisms where such material exists, we can upload it. What is the official website? I have used the official one from the European Investment Fund. And here we could actually provide links to other websites. In reality, I could have added here specific links from Greek banks that offer loans under this mechanism. But in this example, I opted not to do it because this is a very new mechanism. And while most of the Greek banks have actually verified their participation in this, they have not yet developed a dedicated web page to it. So in the next field where you can provide any additional information and comments, I have added, please check with your bank for specific loans utilizing this mechanism, and of course the Greek translation of this. Pressing next, we have to choose the FEFT's application field, and since it's multi-technology, I mean every final beneficiary can choose a different type of technology, I have chosen multiple technology application. In the next page, we have to do a general assessment. I want to highlight what is written here. In case that impact is not applicable, please select the neutral option, because we are going to use this in this page and also in the following ones. Does this first convey a relative advantage? I have chosen agree because otherwise why get a loan in the first place? Can these thefts be tested or tried without committing? I have chosen neutral based on this guideline here. And then can the effects of these thefts be directly observed? Again, I have chosen neutral. We can go to the next page, which is about environmental assessment. Does this theft have a direct fossil energy use reduction through any of these things? Since it's based on what interventions each final beneficiary is going to opt for, I have chosen to leave this empty, sorry. And this applies also for the next question about indirect fossil energy use reduction. But in the last question, if this theft contributes in decreasing greenhouse gas emissions and aligned with EU policies regarding energy and climate action, of course, I have chosen totally agree. Next page is about the socioeconomic assessment. Is this theft cheaper than existing solutions? I have chosen agree because you are getting a loan. You have made your market research, and the choices you have made are bound to be cheaper than existing solutions. And also, I did not choose totally agree because I don't know the extent of how cheaper the choices made are going to be for its final beneficiary. Again, does this theft have a direct, indirect impact on the income of the producer? I have chosen agree because if such an impact is not expected, then why get a loan in the first place? Is the life expectancy of these thefts adequate to depreciate this investment? Of course, agree because it's a loan. I mean, you have to make certain that this applies. Then, does this theft increase local economy development, reducing energy dependency? Yes, I agree with that because most probably it's going to be an intervention related to energy efficiency. Does this theft enforce the cooperative concept? I have chosen neutral. Does this theft reduce farmers' fatigue? Again, neutral because we don't know exactly what type of application is going to be deployed under this mechanism. Same applies also for the improvement of standard of living of the rural society. And in the last question, if this theft promotes the adoption and implementation of EU policies and guidelines in national, regional, and local level, I have chosen totally agree. This is the last page of the questionnaire, and now we are able to press submit button and actually submit this thefts, this technology, this financing mechanism. But I would strongly recommend that using the back buttons that are still activated, you go back, check again the responses you have given and the text you have input, because after you press the submit button, you will no longer have that option. After the submit button is pressed, you can no longer make any changes whatsoever. So, if you have any further questions or require specific assistance concerning importing a new financing mechanism to the platform, please feel free to contact us and we will be glad to help you. So that's it for me for this tutorial, and I wish you to have a happy rest of your day. Thank you very much.